All right, it's Thursday. Remember this. Time for your WOD brief. All right, our movement prep today, we have a 4-minute AMRAP. It's gonna be 4 movements and we have 30 seconds per movement to do as many reps as we can. All right, remember this is just a warm-up, so we're trying to get nice and loose and warm. We're not trying to go for a PR. All right, first movement on the list, we have 30 seconds of mountain climbers. All right, make sure you guys are keeping a nice flat back with those. Let's not let the hips get way up high in the air. Think of like holding a plank position for those mountain climbers. Then we have 30 seconds of step ups, find a box, bench, anything you can step up to with control. 30 seconds of inchworms. Make sure you guys are feeling that stretch in the back of the legs, all right? So we're looking for hips up high, and when you walk your feet in, knees are staying straight so we feel that stretch. And then we have 30 seconds of diving push-ups. All right, now if the diving push-ups are rough for you guys, let's just go hips down into a cobra stretch. All right, cobra into a downward dog position. All right, so we're gonna rotate through that for 4 minutes. Then moving on right into our workout. All right, we have a descending run. All right, so we have 500, 400, 300, 200, and 100 meters for your run. If you don't have those distances mapped out, I've given you guys a time component. So wear a watch, hold a stopwatch, hold your phone, and the first run, you're gonna go out to 30, so 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So we're gonna go cut that distance in half, run, and then turn around, come back. So you make it back by 2:30. All right, second run, you're gonna go a 2-minute run. Third one is gonna be a 1:30, and so on. They're decreasing by 30 seconds per run, all right? In between each run, first movement you have is 50 plank ups, all right? Plank ups are gonna start from the forearm, so think forearm plank position. I'm gonna push up with my right, push up with my left, go back to my right and back to my left. That's 1, all right? So all the way up and all the way back down is gonna be 1 rep. We have 50 of those. If you need to scale those out, you can always drop to your knees just like we would a regular plank, all right? After we come back from our second run, we now have 50 scissor lunges. So scissor lunges, we're starting in the bottom of a lunge position, exploding up as fast as you can and switching your feet. All right, if we need to modify that out, let's just do a step back lunge instead of a scissor lunge. It's gonna be a little bit less impact on the knees, or we can always switch that out to squats instead. All right, after our third run, we come back to a bench or a box, or if you have a set of rings, even better, or if you have a set of parallel bars or dip bars, we have 50 dips, all right? Make sure if you're using a box or a bench, I want you to remember that your low back and your hips are staying close to that box or bench. Don't let your hands get all the way back here and your hips shoot forward, all right? Too much strain on the shoulder at that point. So we're keeping that box right behind our hips or the bench. If we have a shoulder issue, let's say putting your arm in that position hurts your shoulder, try and grab either like a stretchy band, and you can do pull downs with the band instead, all right, if you have a stretchy band, or you can grab a dumbbell and do like skull crushers or a kettlebell, so pressing that weight overhead. All right, then we come back for our next run, we have pistols, or we can scale that out to a flamingo, so a foot behind, so 1 foot behind the other, and squat, or a feet together squat. Those are gonna be our scaled options for our pistols. Again, going out for that 100-meter run or 30 seconds, coming back in, we have 50 pike push-ups. Now these should be kind of like in sub of a handstand push-up. So I want you guys to think that your hips are high in the air and you're moving on an angle, all right, at the top of your push-up. So once you push all the way up, if this is your head, you're pressing it through your hands, all right? So the top of my push-up, I'm not gonna end here, but I'm gonna push my head through. So make sure at the end of every push-up, your ears should line up with your arms, all right? Head is through. If we need to scale those pike push-ups, we can always do a seated dumbbell press instead, or we can do a regular push-up instead of a pike push-up. All right, now I have a little asterisk there. If you have a weighted vest, throw it on. Now is the time to use it, all right? Try and do it the whole workout with the weighted vest if you have one. All right, you bought it for a reason. Why not put it to use? Now moving on into our core conditioning, we have Tabata, all right? Now Tabata is 20 seconds on, 10 seconds of rest for 8 rounds typically. Today we're gonna make it a double Tabata, so we're gonna go 16 rounds or 4 times through all the movements, all right? So if you look at, I have 4 movements, we're gonna do each movement 4 times. But I want you guys to alternate what movements you're doing. So 3, 2, 1, go. You have your 20-second timer. You're gonna do leg scissors, all right? Keeping those legs straight, up and down. All right, after those leg scissors, you'll have a 10-second break. Then you're gonna move on to movement number 2, which is our starfish sit-ups. All right, then we have a 10-second rest. Movement number 3, we have side plank on the left. You guys can scale that by bending your knees if you need to. Then we have a 10-second rest, and then moving on to side plank for the right. All right, now that's 1 round through, right? 4 movements, 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys are gonna go back to the top and repeat for round 2, round 3, and round 4. So 4 times all the way through. Now the best way to do this, so you guys aren't having to like constantly check your watch or check a clock, is there's free timers, free Tabata timers online. Just Google Tabata timer, set the amount of rounds that you need, and that way you can listen for the beep rather than having to always check your watch or check your phone. All right? That is our core conditioning for today. That is our workout and our warm-up. As always, if you guys have any questions, leave me a comment, shoot me a message, send me an email, and have fun for this Thursday workout, guys. See you tomorrow.